Hi, I'm Kristen Powell. Welcome to the party. I'm so excited to share amazing books with you tonight for the kids in your life, whether they're your students, your children, your grandchildren, nieces and nephews, neighbors. It's exciting to share the love of reading and really amazing quality books with kids. So I've pulled out maybe 8 or 9 amazing ones that are brand new that I'd love to share with you. And then we're going to look at some other videos tonight that will show you some other amazing books. So let's go. We're going to start from youngest to oldest. This first series I love. Make a Noise, a little book of sounds. First of all, super sturdy board, indestructible pages. I mean, good thing we have the 50% off replacement, lifetime replacement guarantee. But for $5.99, this amazing little board book is a series of 4. They're $5.99 each, and your toddler or baby will be able to learn all the noises. Wolf says the dog, Buzz says bee, can you buzz too? I mean, how cute. You can just imagine, right? Roar says the lion, can you roar too? You get the picture. It's this perfect size for little hands. These little pages are rounded here, so no sharp edges. It's just the perfect baby book. You can get all 4. Look at the bottom of this video and you'll be able to select them and put them on your wish list. Now, if you know somebody who's expecting and they have an older sibling already, How Big Is Our Baby is the perfect get your child ready for the new baby that's on the way. So not only is it going to go over how big the baby is at all the ages every month, and I'll show you those cute pages, but it also talks about what to expect and how to prepare your child to be a big sibling. So at 1 month, it's going to show you the size. Can you see it right here? And these are really great sturdy cardstock pages, so they're not paper. Here's, looks like 6 months. And it's going to go all the way through. We've got soccer ball at 8 months. And then in these pages here at the end, it's going to talk about what to expect once the new baby is here. That mom and dad might not be able to do everything you want right when you ask. You might have to wait. It's super sweet. Love, love this one. Everyone with an older sibling needs this book. Love that one. Okay, you need a bedtime storybook. This one is Once Upon a Timely, and I am crazy about the illustrations in this amazing book. So it is also nice, thick cardstock pages, and I just love the illustrations. Speaking of love, you'll get the theme of this. I love you like Robin Hood's aim. I love you truly like Robin Hood's aim. I love you uniquely like Rumpelstiltskin's name. I love you humbly like the duckling turned swan. I love you unforgettably like the Little Mermaid's song. But you're going to notice there's a lot of diversity in these illustrations. We're going to have lots of different skin colors on the kids in here. We're going to have we've got a family here that has head coverings and a diverse family nestled in on this couch here at that very last page. I love to read with you beside me. That's how it ends. And I love that. I love that we have the knight in this image is a young girl, which is excellent. So that's Once Upon a Timely. It's an outstanding, sweet, sweet little bedtime book to read. Now, let's talk nonfiction. The Everyday Journeys of Ordinary Things. Now, this one's not a new release, but this is a must-have for every household. It is going to go through, it's got a ton of pages. And this one, for example, is The Invisible Movement of Millions and How Money Moves Across the Earth, across the world. We're going to have From Tree to Shelf, The Journey of Chocolate. So it's going to start with what is a cacao bean and how does it get from being a cacao bean all the way to the chocolate factory to the store where you buy chocolate. It's going to go through the same kind of journey with how does a GPS work? How are my jeans made? There's a page in here about how does a letter get from my mailbox to the post office, to your house. How is paper made? This is just an outstanding book. Pages and pages and pages and pages. How does the internet work? And the process of how information goes from place to place. So this one Highly recommend it. Every household's going to have it, need it. And this one's going to hold the attention of your kids who are like 5 or 6 all the way up to 12, 13, because it's so interesting with great, great illustrations. Now, speaking of nonfiction, my first chess book. We already have the Usborne How to Play Chess book. That is this hardback, but it's a spiral bound, but with a covered spiral, really sturdy. But this is my first chess book for your youngest kids to learn how to play chess. And then they can move up to the next one, which is the Usborne chess book. But we just love this. Easy to understand, a great way to explain this amazing game. Speaking of games, the Never Get Bored book. This one is a win for 9 to 12-year-olds. It is excellent. Here's what how you can make a dice. I mean, it's just pages and pages. Never get bored. So I've handed this, my kids say, I'm bored, and I've handed them this book, and then they're quiet for like an hour. And that's how I can tell that books are amazing, right? Is when they will hold the attention of my kids for that long. So highly recommend this one. It's got this cute little elastic strap on it. $14.99. It's amazing. Okay. My 8-year-old is not here, but this is what he is getting for Christmas this year. The Greatest Magician in the World. Now here's what's cool. Not only is this a really beautifully illustrated storybook, but this tells the story of, and look, it's just, there's a magic trick you do on the first page where you have to answer, you pick some things and you spell, and then this shark pops out of this hat, but your child will have chosen the word shark. It's kind of amazing. But here's what I want to show you. Open me right here, and you pull out this magical compass, which is really thick cardstock, and then there's a letter tucked inside this chest that you open up, and it's something to read here. It goes back in. Now, this is how you get started on this adventure. There's a ton of text and story on each page, but about every 3 pages, there is... this one's the guess the underpants trick, but you open up this flap and I'm going to show you what's in here. So it comes with, sorry, let me open this for you. This is what you need for the trick, but this is how to do the trick. Instructions for this magic trick, and then you've got, these are the pieces for this trick. So you're going to end up asking people, which underpants do you choose? And then the punchline is everyone's going to choose these polka dot underpants, and you've got it already written down. So this book has magic tricks in it. There's 5 of them. Make an object vanish into thin air. Mind reading skills, that's the guessing the underpants game. Perform a crazy card trick, and wow your audience by predicting the future. And they're all in these cute little pockets where you pull out what you need to do the trick and also the instructions for the trick. So it's just got 8 to 11-year-olds written all over it. So the instructions to be a magician, and then everything you need to do these really cool magic tricks. Again, it's sturdy, thick paper. It's amazing. The Greatest Magician in the World. Okay, let's go up a little bit older. And that is The World Wars. This is not a new release. This book's been around forever, but if you are homeschooling or if you have a child who's middle school or high school and they are interested in the history of World War I and World War II, this is a combined volume. Every single page is this beautiful photo spread, and it's just going to keep that type of child totally entranced in learning about some often grisly information about the world wars. So in true Usborne nonfiction quality, super hardback, really outstanding book to have in your home. Finally, I want to show you the Usborne writing box. So this comes shrink wrapped. It's got 3 books in here, and this is a great gift for anyone, your creative writer who is 8 to probably 13. So the creative writing book, the write your own storybook, and the writer's journal. Now the journal is mostly just an actual journal, but these books, the creative writing book is going to go through what is plot? How do I develop a character? How can I use imagery? And look at these amazing prompts and pages in here. So not only is it a course basically in creative writing and like character development, and they'll talk about poetry in here, and they'll talk about short stories, and they'll talk about all the forms of creative writing, and then give your child space to practice what they're learning. Just really highly recommended for kids who have that bent, that creative writing bent. So there's even some graphic novel concepts in here. And we even have an entire book of write your own graphic novel or write your own comics. But this box set comes with these 3 books, paperback, write your own storybook. So this, again, with a lot of guided exercises in here. So if you're teaching, you want to do a creative writing unit over the summer or as a part of your homeschool, this is a winner. So this is the Usborne Creative Writing Box. Finally, for those of you who have been crazy about Nibbles in the past, this book with the book inside of the book with Nibbles, the book monster who escapes from his cage and runs and eats through Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, and then eats through Little Red Riding Hood with these cute little cutouts in these pages. Nibbles is a huge favorite. We have a newer Nibbles called Nibbles the Monster Hunt, where there's a dinosaur who's after Nibbles, and Nibbles runs through some nonfiction books, and so there's a lot of facts here. The sun, the moon. He's going to eat through a book about dogs, cats, and then colors, and here's the book within the book in this one. So again, kids love Nibbles, and this book is filled with some nonfiction facts in here, along with, so this we have accounting, along with a dragon who's trying to eat Nibbles, and then there's a rocket ship involved, and these cute little cutouts here. So super adorable gift book. Of course, we have the Nibbles plush. You can see that down in your wish list at the bottom of your screen. There's so much more to come. Shoot me a question in the comments on the side, and have a great time. See you soon.